journey begin. Who win this year's championship? Come feel the heat of this dream. Witness the strength and confidence of those who face these challenges. Cause in the end, we all win. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Everybody say
Hey, listen up. Hey.
the ball has hit the bat. Whoa, whoa. Fielders are running to catch it. Is a six, or will it be a four? We scream, we roar. Oh my God, the tension soar. The pressure, the skill on display is amazing. What can I say? Let the claps run in millions. As if cricket is our religion. Let's go. If you wanna be the best, play with courage and confidence. Level up your game to be prominent. Don't forget it's your time to shine. Play tough but remember to be kind. Let's see who tops at the finish line. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League.
Yo, Insurance Cricket Premier League. QAE. Damn. Go. Good morning and welcome to the Insurance Cricket Premier League Season 12. We're at the 7 districts rounds. It's an early morning game in this elite clash between Watania and Orient Insurance. Orient is a must-win game for that and for Watania if they want to make it to the finals. We'll have a look at the pitch out here. First of all, talking about the conditions, it's cool, it's calm, the sun has just risen up, there's a bit of dew around the entire ground. The wicket looks to be good. It is going to start opening to bat as then when the sun keeps coming up. As of now, the wicket looks a bit on the slower side, so the bowlers will come into play right away. The team that wins the toss will want to bowl first. Let's see what happens at the toss. Stay tuned. Morning and welcome to the Insurance Cricket Premier League Season 12. This is the elite clash between Orient Insurance led by Hassan Saud and Tawakkul for Watania. An all-important clash for your road to the finals. We have the umpires with us. Hassan will flip the coin. Tawakkul will do the calling. Head. It's the call, sir. What is it?
Tail.
Tails it is. Hassan, you want the toss. What do you want to do?
We'll bat first.
You know it's an important clash after the loss in the first game. What has been the message to the boys?
See, we have a clear message that it's a do-or-die situation. So if we need to qualify, we need to just win this match with a bigger margin, because average is going to come into the play, you know, when there is going to be a last match between Watani and Omega. So, yeah.
And what sort of score are you looking to put up on this ground?
Minimum 250 plus.
Considering that the last night there was a game which had 500 plus and you all were monitoring this closely, is that the message to the boys in the night saying that 250 is the minimum that we go for?
Yes, exactly. As I mentioned earlier that, you know, we need to just try to win this match with a bigger margin. So we need to just do something extraordinary for that.
All the best to you. We'll catch you in action soon as we have Tawakkul with us. Tawakkul, bowling first, is that what you had decided before?
Yeah, actually we were just looking for a toss, and we also have a plan to bowl first. Yeah.
And he said 250 is what he wants to have. What sort of score do you want to keep the minimum?
Yeah, actually we will try our best to keep them below 200, but still they have a very good side, and we will play our best.
Anyway, thank you and all the best. That's the news from the center in this elite clash. Watania will bowl first, and as Hassan Saud, as decided, wants to bat first. Stay tuned for live action. Thank you. Over number 2 to begin. Orient Insurance captain winning the toss. He elected to bat first. A must-win game for both these sides. They're coming on the back of a loss the previous week. Shot on the leg side. One bounce into the fence he goes. For the loss of no wickets. Sivan batting 8 of 6. He just scored a boundary. Inside Asim, his partner, who's batting 3 on 3. Shemu just gave away 7 runs in the first over, and Vipin in the first 3 balls has just gone for a boundary. Under edging this one to the keeper. Width on offer and sends it towards the extra cover boundary for 4. Vipin going for a couple of boundaries in the first 4 balls. He's bowled. Again, the same mistake, bowling it wide outside the off stump, and Shivan just opening his arms and sending it for a boundary. It's the third boundary of the over. Right up to the stumps, and just so much of it. And with the field inside, there's absolutely no protection. One bounce over the extra cover boundary for another bound 4. Over number 3, Salim Shemu was bowling that one. He got a dot ball in the first one, and the second one, Asim plays it towards the cover region. Gets a single for that. He moves on to 4 of 5. And Sivan at the other end is 16 of 9 with 3 boundaries to his credit. Orient Insurance must be eyeing a score of 200 plus cleanly, keeping in mind that the last game yesterday night we had between Orient with Omega and ANIB Bulls, which went for more than 500 runs in the game. As we see another boundary, Sivan this time getting it off his pads and plays it to the middle. Have a look at it. Shemu up to the stumps, left arm over, takes it from outside the off stump and over the mid wicket region for 4. Score moves on to 25. For the loss of no wicket. Morning mist on the field, still the ball's getting wet as and when it keeps hitting the turf as he pulls it down leg side, and the umpire calls it a wide, and the score moves on to 26. Deepak the wicket keeper. For no loss. Again onto the pads, no protection. The ball's again making its way towards the boundary. So boundaries continue to flow for Orient Insurance. They race away to 30. Shemu's just not been able to find his radar. He's either too full and then he's giving the batsman the feed on middle and leg, which is quite easy to be picked off. He's not able to slant the ball away from the right-hander. That's where he needs to work on his game. Again, another one that is coming back, but this time it was outside the off-stump, slightly slow. Sivan couldn't make use of it, wanted to cut that one. Ends up just under-edging it to the keeper. Score remains on 30. Last ball of the third over. This time over the bowler's head, and there's a man at long off and keeps it down to a single. End of 3 overs, 31 for the loss of no wicket. Over number 4, Vipin to continue, went for 13 in the first over that he bowled. And Sivan plays this over the man at mid-on for a maximum. Easily just picked it off the wicket and deposits it over the long on boundary for a maximum. Have a look at that. Just there in the slot and extends the arm just over the man, over the long on fence for 6. 37 for the loss of no wicket. Vipin this time short and cuts it to point. The man there misfields that one. No chance for the man at extra cover to cut that off. So 4 more to the total. Short. This time compensating it by bowling it short and bowling it again in the same channel, way outside the off stump. All the batsman needs to do is put bat on ball, and the ball winning the race to the boundary. 41 for no loss in quick time. This time into the wicket and he plays it towards the man at mid-on, a dot ball. He's 35 of 16 balls already. This time towards the mid-wicket region for another maximum. The score moves on to 50 in no time, 3.4 overs. So the score moves on to 47 with that 6. Way over the mid-wicket region for another maximum. He's on 41 of 17 balls with 6 boundaries and 2 maximums. All the hits to the fence coming off the bat of Sivan. This time much better ball, plays it towards the man at gully. There's a misfield there. Both the batsmen just take a single. Takes the score on to 48. Not a bad signal to give away, considering that Sivan is going blazing, and it's more better to bowl to Asim right now. This time Asim makes use of the width and he sends this towards the third man boundary. The 50 coming up. 52 for no loss at the end of 4 overs. We're in for a big score out here from the Orient. They are racing away to 52 in 4. Syed Asim batting 8 of 6 with 1 boundary to his credit, and Sivan at the other end is 42 of 18. Have a look at that. Width on offer again. Cuts this one. The man at gully is not able to cut this off, and the ball racing away towards the third man boundary. Over number 5, Shamu this time bowling it to Sivan, and the ball again making its way towards the gully region for 4 more. All he did was just tap this one, and with the dew on the field, it is just racing away across the turf. The fielders are unable to stop that one. Have a look at that. Places this one. By the time both the fielders converge, the ball has already made its way towards the boundary. Score moves on to 56. In just 4.1 overs. This time towards the mid-wicket region. Chase for the fielder. But the ball will race away towards the boundary. We'll have a look. We're going for a boundary check. Onto the pads, plays it towards the mid-wicket region. The fielder giving the chase a good effort in the end, trying to stop it with his legs. He manages to do that, but in the end just falls over the advertising boards. .58 for the loss of no wicket. Now this time swivels it across. The man is shot fine, unable to cut it off. 4 more. Score moves on to 62. And a 50 for 7 of 21 balls. With 8 boundaries and 2 maximums. Strike rate of 247. Already decimating this bowling. And we haven't finished the power play yet. And they are going at more than 13 runs and over. This time slightly slow, Yorked himself, a dot ball. Overs completed. This time onto the pads and plays it towards the square leg area for a maximum. 6 more to the total, takes the score on to 68. Just plants his foot across and swings this over the square leg area for 6 more. 34 runs of the 2.5 that he's bowled. And Vipin has given away 34 in the 2 that he's bowled. So both of them coming under a lot of fire. This time plays it back towards the bowler. End of the over. 68 for the loss of no wicket. Mohammad Ali coming into the attack. He's going to bowl the last over of power play. Right arm over, bowling to Asim. So dot ball to start. Asim going behind the ball. Thought he might get a wide, but not to be. It's a dot ball. All Watania can do right now is just to stem the flow of runs. Try to keep Sivan off strike. Keep Asim on strike as much as you can. And then hope that you create that pressure. This time Asim plays it towards the man at deep third. There's 1 run there. takes the score on to 69. For the loss of no wicket. This time foolish delivery, and all he does is takes the stroke and the ball is finding its way towards the boundary. Score moves on to 73. Have a look at that, slowing this one, but he's too good a batsman. The moment he strokes that ball, none of the fielders are able to make it towards the ball, and it eventually finds its way towards the boundary. Score moves on to 73. Shot in the air towards the third man region, and another boundary. The score moves on to 77. Just the moment it takes the outer half of the bat, the ball still making its way towards the boundary. 77 for the loss of no wicket. Shot this time trying to outsmart the batsman, but again another boundary to add to the total. Score moves on to, sorry, that's his maximum, so the score moves on to 83, and Sivan is batting 72 of 27. Have a look at that. The ball slightly short, but gets it to the meat of the bat and just over the mid-wicket boundary for another maximum. Onto the pads, yorked himself a dot ball. Runs of this over so far, just a ball to bowl. That's the end of the over. 6 overs completed, 83 for the loss of no wickets. Sivan batting 72 of 28. Syed Asim is 9 of 8. Power play number 2 to begin. Right arm off spinner comes. Into the attack. Amir Bashir, the new bowler, right arm around, is going to bowl to Syed Asim. Comes down, plays it towards the square leg area, and the ball is again going to find the fence. 4 more. Score moves on to 87 ticks. Asim into double figures. He's now batting 13 of 9. Amir slightly into the zone. He sweeps this over the man at square leg, and the ball is going to make its way towards the boundary ropes. 87. Off the hips now, plays it towards the square leg area. The complete 1 takes the score on to 88. Amir bowling to Sivan. He plays it in the air towards the mid-wicket region and just over the mid-wicket region for another maximum. And the score jumps on to 94. We're just in the power play overs yet. Have a look at that. In the slot and sweeps it over the man at mid-wicket for another maximum. Score moves on to 94. Time sweeps this one. The man at deep square leg keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 95. (12 runs coming out of the first 4 balls. 2 more balls left in this over. 6.4 completed. Time cuts this one towards point. The fielder misfields, allows the batsman to complete that single quite easily. Score moves on to 96 with that single. Last ball of the over. Asking for an LBW, probably pitching outside the off stump. So end of the over. 96 for the loss of no wicket. Sivan batting 79 of 31. Syed Asim batting 15 of 11. 13 runs coming off the over of Amir. Over number 8 to begin. Asim plays this one towards deep covers. They get a single, a misfield, but still keeps it down to a single. Amir getting Amir away from. Mohammad Ali bowling the first ball, giving a single away, brings Sivan onto strike. Shot, plays it towards the deep square leg area. The fielder unable to cut it off. 4 more runs and the 100 coming up. This is the attack of the highest order. 90, 101 in just 7.2 overs. All that the bowlers can do is bowl the ball and helplessly watch the ball racing away towards the boundaries. This time much better. Cuts the ball towards point and gets a single. He's off strike right now. Takes him on to 84 of 33. He's got 11 boundaries and 5 maximums already. Asim plays it in the air over the man at third man, and he will collect a boundary too. Score moves on to 106. (106) for no loss. Shot, plays it in the air. Chance for the man at short mid wicket. He falls short of that one. So half a chance that came their way is not collected, and the score moves on to 107 with 1 more ball left in the over. This time plays it towards the man at short mid wicket. No run there. End of the over. 107 for no loss. Amir Bashir to continue. He's given away 13 runs of the first over. Now with a bit more protection. Let's see what he can do. He's Asim on strike, the first ball. Sweeps this one. The man at short pine giving the chase, but the ball will win the race. Score moves on to 111. This one, shot fine, is just chasing the ball and the ball wins the race. This time under edges this one towards the third man region. The short third man fielder giving the race to come back for 2. $113 for no loss. Edge this one, moving towards the third man region. Aman, the fielder, he keeps it down to a single. 7 runs coming of the first 3 balls. Score moves on to 114. $114 for no loss. Another dot ball keeps the score on 114. Quite evident that this is a mismatch of a game, and Orient will want to maximize this one. They have the finals in sight. They want to flex their muscle. Sivan does that, and they just haplessly watch Watania fielders retrieve the ball, and the score moves on to 120 for the loss of no wicket. Sivan moves on to 90 of 36. 90 of 36. $11 boundaries, 6 sixes. Single to end the over. $91 of 37, 121 for no loss at the end of 9. Amir going for 27 of the 2 overs. $121 for no loss at the end of 9. खाली इसकी सेंचुरी का कर ले, फिर बाद में तू सो जा. 91 पे 5 में एक और कर ले. As Sivan gets this one to his pads, finds the man at deep square leg, takes the score on to 122 and him to 92. Asim plays this one towards short third and the batsman complete a single comfortably, takes the score on to 123 with that. Nijaz, the bowler who's just come in, he's given away 2 singles. This time full toss, takes it towards the long off region. A single takes the score on to 124. This time walks into the stroke and plays it over the fine leg for 4 more. Asim too enjoying his batting out there in the center. He moves on to 37 of 20 with that stroke. Sorry, he's on 33 of 19. On the pads, just plays it over the man at short fine and the ball wins the race towards the boundary. This time, this is what Deepak advised him, bowl it outside the off stump. The moment you bowl on mid-lane leg, Asim is too good there. So he slants one across from around the sticks. .128 for the loss of no wicket. Another single down towards mid-wicket takes the score on to 128. 129 rather at the end of 10. Syed Asam batting 34 of 21. Sivan batting 93 of 39. And Nijaz going for 8 runs. That's the best over of the innings so far for Watania. Over number 11 to begin, Ahmed Bilal, the bowler. Setting his field up. Asim on strike. 129 for the loss of no wicket. Good bouncer. A misfield there allows the batsman to complete the bye and get 7 on strike. Bilal trying to keep 7 off strike, but in the end, that bye run allowing him to come into the striking zone. Umpire just confirming that's 1 bouncer for the over. So Sivan knows that he cannot bowl a bouncer. Shot, cuts this one towards point. No chance for the fielder there. 4 more runs. Score moves on to 134 with that boundary. Have a look at that stroke. Wide outside off stump. The man at point unable to cut it off. And the score moves on to 134. Shot, plays it towards the square leg area. There's a fielder there, keeps him to a single, gets him off strike. Takes the score on to 135. Sivan moves on to 98. Asim this time plays it towards deep point. There's a fielder there, a single. Takes the score on to 136. Short ball, plays it towards the mid-wicket region. Wait for the umpire signal, and the century up for Sivan. A boundary takes him on to 102 of 42. With 13 boundaries and 6 maximum strike rate of 242, 140 for no loss. $141 for the loss of no wicket at the end of 11 overs. Nijas to continue. Bowling to Sivan from right arm around. This time under edges this one. The keeper missing that one. And a by run. Score moves on to 141. .142 for the loss of no wicket. And Asim plays it off his pads towards the square leg boundary. We'll wait for the umpire signal. A maximum to him, and he moves on to 41 of 24, his first maximum of the day. Score moves on to 148. This time bowling outside the off stump, and he gets away with the dot ball. Another wide ball this time. Score moves on to 149, trying the same thing, but this time bowling it slightly farther than the allowed lines. So will be penalized with a wide. Takes the score on to 149. Cuts this one through the point region for 4 more. The 150 coming up. 153 for no loss in 11.4 overs. Syed Asim batting 45 of 26. Six boundaries on 1-6 to his credit. Another wide takes the score on to 154. Asim plays it towards the deep point. The fielder there keeps it down to a single. Takes the score on to 155. Misfield there, and another boundary to Orient Insurance, who are marching along to a very big total. 159 for no loss at the end of 12 overs. 159 for no loss. Syed Asim on strike onto the pads. And finally a wicket. Syed Asim is out, caught at backward square leg for a score of 46 of 28. He had the opportunity of going to 50 with that. Have a look at that. Plays it, but plays it straight in after the fielder at backward square and is caught out. So some respite for Watania. They see the back of Syed Asim, caught by Shah Rukh Khan off the bowling of Ahmed Bilal for 46 of 28, 6 boundaries and 1 6 to his credit. New man, Zaid at the crease. Another no ball. And the ball finds its way towards the boundary again. Deepak doing half a stop there. And have a look at that. No ball off the hand. Deepak tries to stop it with his hand. But the ball pitching in front of him and goes towards the third man boundary for 4 more. So it'll be a free hit for Zaid, who's coming at number 3. Moves on to 164. Dot ball, missing out that one. Keeps the score on to 164. This time plays it towards the man at square leg. Shah Rukh Khan fielding that one. Right, that's Shah Rukh, who had earlier held a catch of Asim Saeed to send him back to the pavilion. Takes the score on to 165. Brings Syed Asim to the center. Brings Sivan on to strike now. He's batting 107. Sivan plays this over the long off boundary. One bounce into the fence. Takes the score on to 169 with that boundary. He moves on to 111 of 46. Up in the slot, and he's just finding ways to hit a boundary. $169 for 1. This time cuts this one towards the cover boundary. The fielder giving the chase and keeps it down for 2 runs. Takes the score on to 171. For 1. Playing this into the wicket, and the ball makes its way towards the mid-off region. They take a single. End of the over. 172 for 1. Nijas to continue. He's given away 25 of the 2 overs that he's bowled. 7 on strike. Trying to keep it away from the batsman. He succeeds in that. Gives away just a single. Takes the score on to 173. For 1. So he plays this towards the deep mid-wicket region. The fielder there keeps it down to a single. Takes the score on to 174. Sivan on strike. Onto the pads, picks this off his legs towards the deep mid-wicket region for another maximum. Takes the score on to 180. Takes him on to 122, 121 of 50 balls only. This time, Nijaz had kept it outside the off from the last 2 balls, and this time decides to go on to his pads and pays the price by giving away a maximum. 180 for 1. This time Shivan trying to force the ball towards the boundary, but ends up giving it for a single towards long on. Takes him off strike. Takes the score on to 181. He cuts this one towards point region, a single. 182 for 1. For 1. This time Sivan plays it one bounce towards the long off boundary for 4 more. Takes the score on to 186. End of 14 overs. Current run rate 13.29. Have a look at that. Just comes across, opens the pace, and one bounce into the long off boundary for 4 more runs. .186 for 1 as Zaire plays this one towards the cover region. They complete 1 and now take off for the double. So 2 more runs to the total. Ritesh, the bowler, coming to the attack, gives away a double of the first ball. Takes Zaire on to 5 of 6. Short ball, plays this towards the square leg region. Fielded by Shahrukh, keeps it down to a single. Brings 7 on to strike. Something to cheer for Watania, who've had a day which isn't too good for them. They've already gone for 189 in 14.2 as Sivan cuts this one towards the deep point region. Gets a single for that. Takes the score on to 190. Ritesh playing this, bowling this to Zaire. He takes it towards the fine leg area for 4 more. Takes the score on to 198. His first boundary. He moves on to 10. Takes this onto the pads, helping its way. There's nobody at fine leg. And the ball was always going to make it towards the boundary. 194 for 1 after 14.4. .194 for 1 as Zaid plays this one towards the cover region. The complete 1. They come back for the second. Takes the score on to 196. 14.5 completed. Last ball of the 15th over. onto the pads. A dot ball ends the over. 15 gone, 196 for 1. They come back for 2, I think so. First ball of the over was a dot and follows up with a double. Takes the score on to 198. Takes Sivan on to 129 of 55 balls. Shemu continues. This time bowling this spin, but still the ball again will make it towards the boundary. 200 coming up. 202 for 1, and Sivan now 133 of 56. Have a look, slightly short, goes back and cuts this one. The man at point is just a spectator there. Takes the score on to 202. This time pitches it up, he plays it in the air and taken by the man at long off. Finally his innings comes to an end. Thought that he could take it away for a 6 and he could take every ball to the boundary, but this time he's mistaken and he'll have to make his way back to the boundary. A century nonetheless. Even if it's against a hapless side, he flexed his muscles. And a good catch to end his innings. We'll have to wait and watch if he can replicate this performance against a better side. If he can replicate and take his team, who are already now facing an uphill task after winning this game, win the last game as well, and make it to the next round. New man at the crease, Keshav, comes in at number 4. 202 for 2 in 15.4. Same move to continue. Keshav right away comes into the hitting zone and he gets off with the boundary. Score moves on to 206. With the ball to go in the 16th over. Onto the pads, down the leg side. Deepak doing well to stop that one, keeps it down to just a wide. So score moves on to 207. This time plays it in the air towards long on. The fielder there keeps it down to a single. Does well to keep the ball quite close to him. End of the over. 16 gone, 208 for 2. Over number 17. Ritesh to continue. Went for 10 of the first over he bowled. Keshav, the batsman, onto the pads, plays it towards square leg. They complete one. By the time the fielder comes in from the boundary, they get another couple of runs. Takes the score on to 210. For 2. Keshav plays this towards point. They complete a quick single. And overthrows to add to it. Takes the score on to 212. 212 for 2. No ball being called, so one more extra and a free hit. 213. For 2 will be called a wide. One more extra ball. Much better ball, bowling it right up to the batsman. Keshav trying to go across the line, but misses that one, so cannot make use of the free hit that's on offer. 214 for 2. 16.3 overs completed. This time again will bowl another wide, trying to keep it in the line of stumps. Probably ended up bowling down leg side. Deepak is just telling him to just alter that line, keep it on and outside the off stump and bring the ball back in. Full toss, plays it towards the deep mid wicket area and over the fence he goes for 6 more. Slightly short. Keshav turns around and plays it towards the mid wicket area for another maximum. This tournament being sponsored by Sedwick, Advanta, Alia Insurance Brokers, and Ideal Surveyors and Loss Adjusters. Plays this towards short covers and they take away for a single. Takes the score on 222 for 2. The last ball of the 17th over coming up. Zahir plays this towards the vacant square leg area for 4 more. Takes the score on to 226. Ritesh going for 28 in the 2 overs he's bowled. Over number 18 starts and Keshav starts off with the boundary of the first ball. Amir Bilal, the bowler. He's gone for 4 more and he moves on to 22 of 9. $232 for 2. Keshav this time towards the long off region. The fielder there keeps it down to a single. Takes his score on 233. Brings Zaire on strike. He's batting 16 of 11. Ahmed right arm off spin, bowling it to the right hander. Plays it in the air towards the mid on area. The complete 1. Takes the score on to 234. Keshav this time over the mid-wicket area for another maximum. Takes a score on to 240. 17.4 overs complete. 240 for 2. This time up to him and lofts it in the air. Chance of the man at mid-wicket. He overruns the ball this time. Whipping the fielder there. 2 more runs added. Takes the score on to 242. Sweeps this one towards the mid-wicket region and this time keeps it down to a single. $243 for 2 at the end of 18. First ball is gone for a wide, so takes the score on to 244. Whipping the bowler. Keshav this time plays it towards the man at long on and is out caught. So his innings comes to a close. He's out for 32 of 14 balls. (32 of 14 balls, 1 boundary, 3 sixes to his credit, and he's out caught. Asad Ali Awan, the man at number 5. Wild swing, the keeper doing well to collect the ball and whip the bails off. Dot ball. Short ball, plays it towards the deep mid wicket area. Fielder there, Shahrukh, keeps it down to 1 run, takes the score on to 245. For 3. Zahir plays it over the bowler's head towards the man at long off. There's a single there. Takes the score on to 246. Onto the pads, down the leg side for 4. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal. Four more to the total. The 250 coming up. 250 for 3 at the end of 18.5 overs. Full. Over number 4, Ali to continue. Nearly following the ball. Dot ball. Ali Kesar. He's got a wicket to his credit. This time back of the hand, plays it towards the man. It covers, no run there. Cuts this one towards point. There's a fielder there, no run. Score remains on 6. Plays it towards the man at mid on. One bounce. Just a single. Score moves on to 7. Shimu off the mark with that single. Whipping onto the back foot. Plays it back to the bowler. Dot ball. Score remains on 7. Last ball of the 4th over coming up. Goes onto the back foot, plays it towards the square leg region. Is that the first boundary? Yes, it is. So boundary to end the over. Something to cheer for Watania. They are 11 for 3 at the end of 4 overs. Whipping off the mark with that boundary. After to continue first ball, a dot ball. Score remains on 11. Trying to go full, ends up bowling a full toss. The batsman doesn't utilize that one. This time trying to cut, but too quick, and the ball into the keeper's gloves. onto the pad, straight to the man at short fine. Misfield there allows the single, takes the score on to 12. Twelve for 3. This time onto the pads will be called a wide. Takes the score on to 13. This time up to the batsman, plays it straight to mid on, and a simple catch sees the fourth man out. Keshav is the one who takes a catch. Vipin trying to go over the top, ends up playing it high in the air, and Keshav takes a easy catch. (13) for the loss of 4 wickets. Wicket, no ball, and the batsman survives. Aman, he was bowled, but since it's a no ball, it'll be a free hit. (15) for the loss of 4 wickets. Free hit coming on. Adam, the batsman, comes on the track trying to manufacture a shot. End of the over. 15 for 5 at the end of 15 for 4 at the end of 5 overs. Vimukti, the bowler, left arm around, bowling to Shemu, batting on 2 of 7. Shemu just playing it soft hands back to the bowler, no run there. Slightly slower in the air. Shemu not getting the pitch of the ball, letting the ball go into the keeper's gloves. Vimukti floats this one onto the pads, and the umpire is unmoved, probably going down leg side, calls it a leg bye. (16) for the loss of 4 wickets brings Adam to strike. And he's beaten just above the stumps. 16 for 4, just one run coming in this over so far. A wild swing and another miss. Vimukti is just not sure why doesn't that go on to hit the stump. Twice once it's just gone above the stumps, and the second time just closer to the stumps. This time slower in the air, plays it towards the man at short. Covers, no run there. End of the over, maiden for Vimukti. One run coming. 6 gone, 16 for the loss of 4. Over number 7. Mohammad Imran is coming to bowl, and Shimu plays it towards the man at covers. Ali Kesa, the fielder. On to the player. This time, is it out? And the umpires again decides in favor of the batsman. Wait for the umpire signal. And leg by takes the score on to 17. Trying to force this one. Plays it towards wide of mid-on. They complete a single. Takes the score on to 18. Plays it in the air, over the man at square leg. The fielder was inside the circle, so boundary. Takes the score on to 22. And Shamu gets his first boundary. He moves on to 6 of 13. Shamu this time over the man at mid-off, back-to-back boundaries. Takes a score on to 26. Have a look at that. Both the boundaries. First one he now goes on a half sort of sweep over the man at square leg, and then the next one was tossed up, and all he did was come in line and played over the man at mid-off. No chance for the fielder there. So score moves on to 26 for 4. Moves into double figures. He's 10 of 14 now. This time edge over the keeper and a hat-trick of... Sorry, the ball stopped before the boundary, so they miss out on getting that extra run. Just one run coming off the last ball. 27 for 4 at the end of 7 overs. Productive over 10 runs coming off it. Vimukti to continue. Shemu, the batsman, plays it towards the man at short covers, and they quickly take off for a single. Takes the score on to 28. Brings Adam on to strike. Tossing this one up, and Adam playing and missing that one into the keeper's gloves. Score remains on 24. Another wild swing and misses that one as well. So another dot ball. This time right up to the into the stumps, but Adam not ready to take any chance. Defends that one back to the bowler. Slow this time, plays it in the air, straight to the man at mid-on, who misses that one, and the ball racing away towards the boundary for 4. So the second life for Adam. He was out bowled of a no ball, and this time plays it in the air towards mid-on. He goes back and just misses the ball, and it goes away towards the boundary for 4 more. Last ball of the over. Shot this time, plays it towards the cover region. Asim giving the chase. The ball will stop just inside the boundary line. Batsmen come back for 2 and they make the third. So 3 more runs added. End of the over. 32 for the loss of 4. At the end of the 8th over. Imran gets those man Adam this time playing back to a full delivery, and finally he's run out of luck. He's out bowled by Imran. Have a look at that. Imran this time pushing it a little further. He goes on the back foot, and finally his stumps have been shattered and he's out, walking back to the pavilion. Nijaz, the new man, coming at number 7. .35 for 5. Quicker delivery. Nijaz playing it back towards silly mid-off. No run there. This time coming to the pitch of the ball, playing it towards short covers. They take off for a single. So Nijaz off the mark. Takes the score on to 36. Shamu playing it towards short midwick area, it was an open area by the time the fielder comes around. They get another couple of runs, takes the score on to 38. This time up to the pitch of the ball, but straight to the man at mid-wicket, and the 6th wicket down. Vimukti, the fielder. Shamu deciding to go for the big one, but ends up playing straight to the man at mid-wicket. Have a look at that. It was slightly away from him. He manufactured the stroke from outside the off stump, but found the man straight at mid-wicket. So 38 for 6. Human Mohammad Ali comes to the center, plays a single end of the over, double wicket in this over. He's gone for 14 runs in the 2 overs and taken 2 wickets. Score moves on to 39. Change in the bowling. Keshav comes to the attack. Still having a slip around. Full toss, plays it towards the long off boundary. The man at mid off taking the chase. 4 runs. Nijaz gets a friendly full toss. That was Mohammad who gets a friendly full toss and sends it towards the long off boundary for 4. This time tossing this one up, inviting the batsman to go behind it, but doesn't make any contact. No run there. 43 for 6. Playing towards the point region, no run there. Sorry, to the gully region, no run there. This time towards short cover, chance of a run out. 1 run there. Takes the score on to 44 with that single. Nijaz on strike. Wide run. Takes the score on to 45. Down the leg side again. Another wide. 1 more extra run. An extra ball to bowl. Time towards the man at short cover, no run. Cuts this one, beats the keeper. Going towards the fine leg area, the complete one, come back for the second. End of the over. 46 for 6. Imran to continue. He's got 2 wickets in the last over that he bowled. Another dot ball. Two balls in the over, both dot balls. Full toss, plays it towards square leg. There's a fielder there. Deep square leg, just a single. Takes the score on to 49. Dot ball. Four balls gone, just a single of this over. He's gone for 15 for 2 in this 2.4. Just one run short of a 50 as the team total. Plays this towards point. The fielder there doing the fielding. Plays it back towards the bowler. End of the over. 49 for 6 at the end of 11. Keshav to continue. Dot ball to start. This time plays it towards short covers. They complete a single. The 50 coming up in 11.2 overs for the loss of 6 wickets. Chance of the catch. Number 7, Ali this time takes this one. So the 7th wicket down. Man out, Nijaz of 3 runs of 8 balls. New man Deepak to the center. Coming at number 9. The fall of the 7th wicket. Dot ball. Two dots on the trot. Just 1 run coming. 50 for 7 up to 11.5. Fires this one down leg side. Umpire calls it a wide. So re-bowl this one. 51 for 7. Short, plays it towards the man at short covers, no run there. End of the over, 12 gone, 51 for 7. Deepak play. Fresh over. Mohammad playing it towards point for no run. Going for the big one. Plays it towards deep mid wicket. There's a fielder there. Just another single. Asad Ali coming into the attack. Giving away 1 run of the second ball. Brings Deepak onto strike. Drives this one towards mid-off. No run there. In the air. And towards the long off area. They come back for 2. Takes the score on to 55. dot ball. Keeps the score on 55. Needing another 211 runs more. Cuts this one towards the man at gully. No run there. End of the over. 4 runs coming off it. 13 gone. 55 for 7. Keshav to continue. Pulls it right up to the batsman. Plays it with soft hands. Back to the bowler. This time goes for the slog, but just plays it towards short mid wicket. They complete a single. Takes the score on to 56. Deepak plays it back to the bowler. No run. 56 for 7. Again, straight to the man at gully. No run there. Keshav bowling to Deepak. Plays it in the air towards the mid-wicket region. There's a fielder there. Another single added to the total. 13 for 1 of the 2.5. Last ball of the over coming up. This time over the bowler's head. One bounce into the fence he goes. 61 for 7 at the end of 14. Have a look at that. He tosses this one up and he just plays it through the line over the bowler's head. One bounce into the long off fence for 4. Ali Asad continues back past the bowler towards the fence. They come back for 2. Have a look at he tosses it on. Deepak plays it. Asking for an LBW. This time he has been given wicket number 8. Plays wanting to defend that one. Missed the line of the ball and wrapped flush onto the pads. The 8th wicket down. 63 for 8. He survived the previous ball for a cotton ball, but this time he has been judged as LBW. Have a look at that. Right on to the pads in front of the stumps. No hesitation for the umpire. And 63 for 8. Asad Ali finally gets the wicket of the next ball itself. चेंज हो गए हैं. New man Shahrukh Khan to the center. Shahrukh goes onto the back foot, misses that one into the keeper's gloves. Asad Ali trying to quicken that one up. 14.3 gone. He's now brought a slip in. In the air, over the man at mid-on. The ball racing away towards the boundary for 4 more. Takes the score on to 67. And Shahrukh Khan off the mark with that boundary. Plays it towards short leg, no run. And nearly played on. End of the over, 67 for 8 at the end of 15. Keshav to continue, over number 16. Drives this one through the cover region. The fielder gives up the chase. Some fireworks for Watania to be happy about. Have a look at that. Deepak, क्या किया इसने यार? किसको आउट किया है? Deepak out हो चुका है. Deepak is out caught. Wicket number 9. So that ends the game. 71 all out in 15.1. A victory by 194 runs for Orient Insurance. And have a look at that wicket, the last wicket to fall. Tossed up, plays it in the air, and Hassan moves to his left. Sorry, that was Ali Asad who moves to his left and takes a good catch. As we go into the presentations for this game. Welcome to the post-match presentation. The man of the match today for a magnificent century is Sivan from Orient Insurance, a massive 194-run victory. As the umpire will hand over the trophy. As we speak to Sivan. Sivan, a good practice going into the next game when you play the ANIB Bulls.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can give the same result as against Anip. So far, I'm getting so much confidence that I can give that much performance to put my Orient team into our winning side. I'm happy to be in the same side of next match.
Anyway, well played, a good century, and hope to get you another good runs against the ANIB when it's all important clash. Thank you very much. As we speak to Deepak, who will be coming on behalf of the Watania event. Just a matter of being present there and playing the game and trying to get the most of it, the opportunity that you got against a big side.
Actually, we are unfortunately we are not with our best of our side, so we were trying to survive there. And Orient is a very big team, very talented team, and they came up very strong in the beginning with the 7th century, and it was a big total to chase. And unfortunately, our top order was not able to perform, and then it was a collapse. And we could not put a hold somewhere where we could have looked for a better, respectable total on the board.
What message do you give to the boys as in terms of experience and in terms of getting more closer to these big teams?
So the message is clear that since I told you we have lost a couple of very talented players. So now we are in a period of recovery. So just I told them to play your natural game. Don't look for big shots. Just stay there, survive there, and then in between, of course, you will get opportunity to get some runs, get into some runs, get confidence, and slowly come up again. Since we are in a top 4 team, so we have to put some score on the board which is respectable. But sometime you try your best, but things don't turn up into what you have planned for.
Anyway, thank you and all the best for your next game when you come back next week. As we speak to Hassan, the captain of the winning side. Hassan, 194, a massive boost when you go into the last game. That is a virtual semi-final against the Bulls.
Yeah, it's not a virtual, it's going to be a semi-final because we don't have any other option to just win over there. Yes, you are absolutely right that, this victory has made a point that, other side is also, being worried that, that we are playing nice cricket. So they have to just come up with the full force and we have to just go with the full force as well.
And the message to the boys and how much of an impact and how much do you take away from this game, which actually was a mismatch by all standards. But what do you tell the boys and what takeaways do you take from such a game?
See, I have just informed these guys to just play their natural game. Okay, it's a kind of a practice match for us before the semi-final, before the big match, I should say. And, I have just, made sure that, they are going to play their game, give their maximum efforts. They don't have to take any opponent lightly. Okay, Al Nabuda has a good bowling attack, so we need to just perform accordingly. So yeah, it's a good practice match, I should say.
And you all the best for the next game, and we'll see you next week for that game. That concludes our presentation here for the first game of the day with the double header. We have the United Insurance playing the next game against Locked On. Stay tuned for the toss. Thank you.